Hello and welcome. In this video we're going to look at how to find the x and y intercepts from an equation. So we have our equation here. We have 2x minus 5y equals 1, and we want to find the x and y intercepts of this equation. So the rule to find the x and y intercepts is to substitute 0 into whichever variable's intercept you're not trying to find. So if we are trying to find the x-intercept, we substitute in y equals 0. And if we're trying to find the y-intercept, we'll substitute in x equals 0. So again, whichever intercept you're trying to find, so if it's x, you substitute 0 into the other variable. So we want to find x, so we substitute 0 for y. And if we want to find y, we substitute 0 for x. So let's see how that looks. When we're finding the x-intercept, we can now substitute y equals 0 into this equation, giving us 2x minus 5, and now here's y, so if we substitute 0 for y, and then that's equal to 1. And now that we have done that, we can solve for x, and whatever x equals is the x-intercept. So we get 2x, 5 times 0 is 0, so we just have 2x equals 1. And to get x all by itself, let's divide both sides by 2, giving us x is equal to 1/2, meaning our x-intercept is 1/2. Now let's find our y-intercept. So to do that, we substitute x equals 0 into this equation, giving us 2. And now here's x, so x is now 0. And then we have minus 5y equals 1. 2 times 0 is 0, so we're just left with negative 5y equals 1. And if we divide both sides by negative 5, that gives us negative 1/5. We have now found our x-intercept to be 1/2 and our y-intercept to be negative 1/5. So now that we have our x and y-intercepts, let's look at how this will look on our graph. So first we have x is equal to 1/2, so 1/2 will lie halfway between 0 and 1, so that's here. And we have y is equal to negative 1/5, which is about here. That means that if we draw a straight line between them, even though they're very close to each other. Now, one extra thing that will help you understand this even more is by looking at this graph here, we can see that whenever we have a x-intercept, it will be our x value followed by 0. Y is always 0 for our x-intercept because it's on the x-intercept where y is 0. And it's the opposite for our y-intercept. X is always 0 and then y can be any value along here. This is useful to know as this explains why we substitute 0 into the equation. So since we know for the x-intercept y will be 0, if we substitute that into our equation where y is 0, it will give us where x is, which is here. Anyway, that's how you find the x and y coordinates. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching.